Hello and welcome. Today we are going to discuss what are global events in Kentigo. So global events are nothing but to execute some custom code or some custom functionality whenever a specific action occurs. So I have already created one video in the past about the Kentigo BizForms where I have shown you one example of the global event. You can click on the I button and watch that video before proceeding. Let us first see the documentation of the Kentigo. So in the Kentigo itself, you can see that this is the syntax of a global event. So the syntax is divided into three parts: the event class, the event action, and the event type. So event classes are something like document events, object events, bitform events, these kind of events. So for all those event classes, you can follow this link where you can find all the classes and events. I will also provide that link in the description of the video. After that, there will be event action. Event action could be the action where you need to perform. For example, update, insert, delete. Event type could be where and when you want to perform that, like after, update, insert. Let us now move to the example. So in the Kentigo example itself, you can see that you need to open that Visual Studio and you need to create a class library project, you need to create a custom class. So rather creating a class library project, you can also add that class in the app code folder or maybe old app code folder depending upon what type of solution you have. So let us create one example. So for example, in the users application, we have different users. So I want to create a global event to check whenever a user has been updated or edited. So I will create a global event for this. Let us see with an example and create a global event. So I will be creating a global event for the user. So we have old app code folder here and we have handlers folder. So in the handlers folders, I am going to create a class. Let us first see a class. Give it a name as user event handler. Let's copy the syntax from the online form events class. So we need to inherit the class from module. We need to create the constructor and we need to register that assembly. Let us copy all the code. Let us remove the namespace from here because I don't need that namespace. And let us copy the namespaces whichever are required. Let's replace the user event handler in place of online form events. Let us now create a onInit method here. Let's remove the base form events handler from here. So you can see the base of our class has been completed. Now we are going to add the user info class for the event handler. Let us add the syntax user info. So for the user info, we are going to add a namespace which is, so we have added the namespace for the user info, that is cms.membership. Let's edit this as type info dot events dot insert dot after. Let us now the add a class here, sorry, method. Let us now give the definition for the update after event, that is object e object sender, and let us copy the syntax from here. Object event args e. Let's create an object. So with the help of e dot object, you can access the current object. Let's typecast this as user info. So with the help of this, you will get the current object of the user. Now obj user dot full name, we are going to place obj user dot full name, and we are going to add it some text here, updated by global event, and let's call obj user dot update method. So with the help of this method, we can update that class. Event is completed, and okay, so this has to be update because we are working on an update, and let's save this and let's build this solution. So our build is succeeded, and I have also refreshed the admin portal. So here we will going to see all the users. So now let's edit one user. Let's edit this, and we will see if our global event handler is working or not. Let me just note this. So let's, so you can see we are going to save this. Let's save this. Let's go back. So you can see in our user, you can see updated by global event. So the our global event is working, and the event handler is updated the sample user here. So in this video we have completed like how to we can call the event handler, and we can also call different events, different actions, what as per the requirement. Thank you for watching this video. Have a nice day.